So let's talk about SPX 69. It's 6900. And SPX is sitting right now at $1.36. I've covered this coin many months ago. It's a meme coin. I have discussed its fundamentals. And sorry, it doesn't have fundamentals, but a little bit of fundamentals it has. And of course, I have discussed its technicals. Let me see if I can find SPX, as when was the last time I covered it. It's pretty much very long ago. Yeah, January 30, 2025. At that time, support was at 1.26, resistance was at 1.62. And that was January 2025. And right now we are sitting in June. So this is 5 months later case scenario. So SPX, it is on an uptrend. I'll talk about its technicals and I'll touch upon a bit of fundamentals that it has. It is on a perpetual uptrend. As you can clearly see, there is your uptrend line. It is sticking to it. As long as it doesn't break below this trend line, this will continue to go up. The good thing is that the turning around and the support area for the trend line and everything is at the same place, which means we can make our decision with comfort. As previously we had a target at 1.6 in January. I'm going to stick to the same target of 1.6 as per January, and the support is at 1.3. Right now it's sitting at 1.36. Now it changed to 1.37. It's not that far from its support. So I'm going to continue to use this area of support. If it doesn't go below this area of 1.3 for more than 2 days, which means it doesn't close 2 daily candles below the 1.3, I would expect SPX to continue with the upward journey, hit 1.6, and then I'll come back and I'll check, can now it go towards the area of $2. And that's pretty much it from the technical perspective. There's nothing else to add. It's a meme coin. Now let's touch upon a little bit of fundamentals. I've covered this previously as well, but let's do a recap. This is more of a satirical coin launched as a satire on S&P 500 on stock market. That's why it has a name, this weird name of SPX 6900. That's the overall story behind it. But when we talk about the overall holding of its whales, 10%, 10 whales hold 31% of the supply of this coin, which is a common practice in meme coins, but at the same time, you are at the mercy of these whales. If they decide to start dumping, they can dump, and they actually used to hold over 45%, if I recall it correctly. And they started selling like crazy, and right now they are still left with 31%. So that was the time when it went to 1.4, 1.5, 1.53, and then they dumped it all the way down towards 29 cents. So from 1.5 to 29 cents, now back to 1.3. Yes, it looks magical that it has gone up 300%, but you need to understand it when from 1.5 to 29 cents, then back to this area where it is sitting right now. So when you have whales, it can lead to massive manipulation, and of course the 11% of the supply of this coin is already on an exchange. So that also leads to overall problematic situation, because 10 people plus 11% supply from retailers, you're talking about almost 50% of the supply, because I think 6-7% of the supply of this coin is already burnt. So you're talking about 50% of the supply being in a place where they can start dumping. Either the exchange people, they start dumping it because they are sitting on an exchange, they have an intention of short term, or these whales, they start booking profits, because this is pretty much where they started booking profits last time as well. And that's pretty much it with SPX. Be extra careful. If it loses the area of 1.3, you have a support at $1, which is a psychological support area. I wouldn't trust it, to be very frank with you. I would pretty much expect that, okay, if you lose 1.3, you'll lose $1 as well. And I will expect SPX to be on a downward journey. I'll come back and I'll show you how it breaks the uptrend and start going down. But if it continues to hold 1.3, it will continue to rally and it can go up to $2. So 1.3 is your most important area for this coin. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions or I have touched on a topic and you expect me to explain a bit more, I'll try my best to explain that to you in the comments. Leave a comment, and I'm not going to tell you to like and subscribe, because if you're not interacting with the video or if you're not subscribed, you're not going to see all the 10 videos that I make every day. You're going to miss out on it, and I think you are educated enough to understand what to subscribe and what not to, because if you want to miss out on it, then why not? It's for your own good, and you should know better what is good for you.